People are having meltdowns over the new EBT food stamp requirements. Let's dive into it. Now, I haven't seen any of these videos, but I know that a lot of people are very upset at these new requirements to get food stamps. And then there's a lot of people that's applauding the requirements to get food stamps because pretty much the taxpayers are paying for these food stamps. But let's just watch a couple of these videos and see how it goes.
That's Donald Trump, man. He ain't right, man. He cut the food stamps off. That was wrong, man. When he cut them food stamps off, I didn't see nobody posting no plates that week. Motherfucker used to be on there. I got that mashed potato with the rice, with the gravy. They was posting God quotes all that week. This too shall pass.
Pauline, how many?
All right, so that's my girls, man. He funny as hell. But guys, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Yes, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. That helps out this channel more than you can even imagine. But food stamps is about to be the topic of this video. And what he was in was that they was spending that money on food stamps to sell plates. It was their income, right? It was their income. People took the food stamps, bought a whole bunch of food, cooked that food, and sold it to make more money to probably pay for lights, rent, water, electricity, pay for their bills throughout the house. But when you took away them food stamps, it was like, hey, there ain't no plates on that week. So people would sell plates throughout the neighborhood. I got this, I got that. If you're from the community, you know. If you're not, I don't really know. But you know, if you know, you know. So that's that.
How children do you have?
3.
You're expecting another one?
Yes.
How old are you?
21.
You have enough
When women find out you could get free passports if you receive EBT.
children, Pauline?
Yes.
Did anybody ever tell you that?
Yes.
Who else told you that?
Everybody.
So add my voice to the rest of the pack. You have enough children. There are other things to do in your spare time.
Stuff. This is not me.
So that video was about basically saying that people are having kids and having multiple kids that can't afford kids. And as they have more kids, they get more benefits from the government. And then they have more kids on top of that to get more benefits from the government, like free things, and that's coming out of taxpayer money. So I see why people be pissed, and they be telling them, hey, chill, y'all taking advantage of the system. Like, you're having all these kids that you can't afford, and you're taking advantage of the system to get paid, and then they have another kid to get paid even more money. So she was telling her to straight up stop having kids. You can't afford these kids. Stop having them. Hey, it be like that sometimes, man.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
Get your big nasty ass up, go get in the tub. Get in the tub now, right now.
SNAP programs, and some states are even changing their policies and recommendations when it comes to who can continue to get these stamps. And we see a whole lot of women who have been taking advantage of this system now for decades, and they are having complete meltdowns about it. Let's get right into it.
For thousands of Metro Atlantans are finding out they are no longer eligible for food stamps. The change affects Cobb, Gwinnett, and Hall counties. Channel 2 Sophia Choi is live in Cobb County. And Sophia, this involves able-bodied adults who are now required to go to work.
Got it.
So Trump ain't.
So basically, he said that if you're able-bodied, like you're not disabled, you got 2 hands, you got 2 legs, and you're able to work, either you're going to go back to work, find a job, or you're not going to get food stamps, and you have to work this many hours per week in order to get food stamps. Now, if you're working and you still need help, you can get food stamps, but you have to work a certain number of hours. It's different in every state. But basically, he was saying if you're able-bodied, he don't care if you're overweight, obese, or anything like that. If you got 2 hands and 2 legs, or are mentally prepared to work, right, then you're not going to get food stamps no matter what. You can no longer sit at home and say, oh, I don't feel like working. No, you're going to work. You're going to work these numbers of hours, and then you could get some food stamps after you meet all of these requirements. So if you're not meeting these requirements, Sorry, buddy, you're not going to get food stamps. And people are pissed because they've been taking advantage of the system for so long. Now, hey, listen, I was in college. And this was before NIL deals. Man, we was so broke in college. Like, so broke in college. Me and my roommates, everybody, we on scholarship. We on D1 scholarship, but they give us no money. We was so broke that we was D1 athletes on scholarship that qualify for food stamps. We weren't taking advantage of the system. We qualified for student food stamps on our income at the time. This was before NIL deals. That we could literally go down the street, go to the place and tell them how much we was bringing in. It was like, oh my God, this is how much you guys qualify for because y'all are not bringing in any money at all. We was making the universities millions, hundreds of millions, 500 millions, making the NCAA football game millions of dollars. And we was getting none of that. That's why I love the NIL deals. Pay these boys money. But at the time, listen, we was getting no money in college, and I was on food stamps, and I qualified for food stamps. I was on food stamps, and then, but because I was a student, and this has how much income I was bringing in, so food stamps, and after we got them, they was giving us like a lot of money in food stamps. I was like, dang, this is how much money we get in food stamps. They was like, you got a kid? I was like, nah, we ain't got no kids though. It was like, if you had a kid, you could get this much. And people would just lie on those things. Like, I don't think men would get those, but women, if the women say, this is my child, I'm the dependent, and I got 2 kids, 3 kids, they would get like thousands of dollars per month in food stamp, which is like crazy compared to like, we was getting like $200 or $300 a month in food stamps, but they was getting like thousands of dollars a month in food stamps, no matter what they put down. So, hey, they taking advantage of the system. I was on food stamp once. You had to get that money, man. We got to eat.
Only almost immediately. I got this in the mail. If you're an able-bodied adult without dependents, you need to be working because you will not be receiving food stamps anymore. Okay? Yeah. And when you are eligible to receive these food stamps, it would only be every 3 months out of every 3 years. So within a 3-year period, 36 months, it would only be 9 out of those 36 months. Yeah, get a job.
So I got a letter from the food stamp office, DFAX, saying they would cut me off if I don't volunteer for 20 hours a week for $292 a month. That breaks down to like $3 an hour. That is insane. Job hunting is a full-time.
I get food stamps. I get state medical insurance. My kids get free lunch. This thing that's happening, is it true? Like, am I going to have food stamps next month? Are my kids going to be able to eat lunch after Monday? Am I going to get WIC next month? Can I fill my prescriptions next week? Does anyone know what's really going on and like how it's working? Because I know it's supposed to go into effect at like 5 o'clock tonight, but then a judge put the school lunch part off until Monday. But how am I supposed to buy food next month? How am I supposed to buy milk next month? What are my kids going to eat at school and at home? And how am I supposed to pay for my medication? Any answers would be appreciated.
How many days?
So basically, listen, one of the young ladies, she was like, they want you to work this many hours per month. And on top of that, I mean, if you're working per month, you're going to get paid from the job. But so they wanted you to hold a job. If you're able-bodied, they want you to hold a job, and then you would get paid 3 times every 3 months for the next 3 years. But she did the math and said she's working for $3 an hour in extra food. But no, you're getting paid from your job. Then you get extra money on top of that and food stamps. So I didn't see the problem in that, even though the extra money in food stamps is not enough to cover a family or anything like that. But you just have to probably work more hours. And then there's people out there that's worried about free lunch for your kids. This video is not about free lunch for your kids. All kids should be able to eat lunch. There's a lot of kids out there that can't afford to eat lunch. So you should definitely be able to afford to eat lunch for the free kids. But on the food stamp part, unfortunately, they're saying that if you're able-bodied, you need to be out there working.
Has it been 8 days? 8 fucking days, y'all. And I'm tired, honey. I'm tired. I was gonna get on here and just go on a rant, but I was just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. Now they attacking the food stamps, the government assistance, and all that good stuff. We on day 8, y'all. We on day 8. What's next? It seems like every time I literally roll over, I don't even get the crust out of my eyes yet. I barely be awake, honey. And I literally tapped the first app. The first app. It might be IG, it might be.
I don't know if y'all heard or not, but Trump is getting rid of that Section 8 and EBT for these people that don't want to get out here and go to work. Your time is up, baby.
See, that's the thing. People tired of their taxes dollars going to feeding you, right? They tired of it. They was like, hey, your time is up. Your time is up. I'm tired of my tax dollars going to feeding you. When you're able-bodied and you can work, but you decide not to work just so that you could get food stamps, plan the system, time is up.
Y'all, I know most people like us really not feeling Trump, but I'm kind of feeling him on what he's saying about this. Now, how many of y'all have family members, friends, people you know that's been living off Section 8 for 20 years? They rent $3. They don't go to work. Not that they can't go to work. They don't want to go to work.
That's the thing. It's not that they can't go to work. They don't want to go to work. They be living on Section 8. Some people need Section 8. They can't work. But there's a lot of people that don't want to go to work. That's on Section 8. Or on food stamps that choose not to go to work. The time is up, buddy. They're coming for you.
Now, let me say this on the sidebar. They do have some people that need Section 8. Some people that, medically they can't go to work. Or, they just can't physically. I get it. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to these ones that your mama been on Section 8 all her life and she ripping and running and doing this and doing that. And then you seen she was on Section 8, paid $3 rent. So now you as a young girl, because you done got pregnant and you got a baby, you go run out there and get on Section 8 and you ain't working child after child and y'all all on Section 8 getting food stamps, $1,000 a month. And no, that's all about to stop. That's who I'm talking to. Okay? Trump said that's enough. So for us people that goes to work, that's working, he said you got to have at least 30 hours, okay? 30 hours a week to qualify for the program, all right? So most of us that work on a regular basis, 30 hours ain't nothing to us. This is what...
Hey, I work around 60, 65, sometimes 70 hours a week. Yep. Full-time job, coach, YouTube. 2 YouTube channels, about 60, 65 hours a week. So 30 hours a week. Hey, that ain't nothing. I do 30 hours a week in my sleep. That's like, but I tell you what, that ain't nothing to about. So it's really, the requirement's really not crazy. The requirement's really not crazy at all. 30 hours a week, you work 30 hours a week, you're able-bodied, you could qualify for food stamps and you get paid and you get food stamps. So listen, I could do 30. I'm already doing 65, 70, so it ain't nothing to about.
We do. So guess what? We gonna be the ones walking around in the grocery store with the big baskets, because we deserve it. All these years, they've been letting people with no job, they walking around with 2-3 baskets full of groceries, and us hard-working people, we got a little handheld basket with 2-3 items in there, because that's all we have left out of our check. And they sitting around getting fat food, eating lobsters and shrimp and crabs and all this other good food, and we can't even eat that. And we the ones going to work. So I'm glad Trump didn't flip the switch, baby. So all y'all that's living it up right now, that's able-bodied to go to work, and you're choosing not to go to work, you better get ready. Because, baby, y'all finna get them notices. And them notices gonna come soon. And like he said, real quick.
People that can actually go out and get a job and work, as I said over and over again, has been playing the system. Especially, they're talking about women. They've been walking around the grocery store. They could claim multiple kids on their dependencies and just 2 basketfuls of lobster, steak, shrimp, all that good stuff, while the hard-working class can't afford anything. It kind of pisses me off because there's a lot of people that really do need food stamps. And when people start to take advantage of the system, it makes the system seem so rigged, and it messes up a good situation for a lot of people that actually need it, right? Because now it's going to say this mentally disabled person or someone who's like has PTSD that really can't go back to work, and they're saying, oh no, you have 2 hands, 2 feet, you could go back to work, and they are not ready to work at all. It messes it up for people like them that's been to war, can't really maintain a job, or has some kind of psychotic breakdown, anything like that, that really can't work. People that's been taking advantage of the system for so long, it has messed it up for them, which is sad, actually.
I don't know who needed to hear that. Y'all talking about some Trump said, if you don't work, he gonna take the stamps. That's not, baby. Biden been in office for 4 years, and that law has been a law for a little minute now. What is he talking about? I'm gonna speak for the state of Kansas and state of Missouri, because them are the states that I've been around. In the state of Kansas and in the state of Missouri, if you did not work at least 15 hours a week or have dependents, or like to even get child care, you had to work at least 15 hours. I'm confused, or you had to be going to school. I'm confused on why y'all said Trump just made that a law. That has not just mysteriously just came up as a law. That's been one.
Republican because you're mad because they're cutting food stamps. I want to let you all know that I am glad that they are cutting food stamps for people who are able-bodied adults without a dependent. If you are an able-bodied adult without any dependents, why is it that you are receiving food stamps in the first place? Why is it that you cannot get up and go to work like everybody else, since you are an able-bodied adult without dependents? I'm glad that they're cutting food stamps. Now, I am not someone who thinks that nobody should ever get government assistance. You have fallen on hard times. I think it's fine if you need to get government assistance for a time. But I think there should be a limit to how much government assistance a person receives, especially if that person is an able-bodied adult. I've seen so many people abuse this system. If you are an able-bodied adult, the government is not the one who is responsible for you. You are the one who is responsible for yourself. It is up to you to take care of yourself. Now, if you need food stamps or you need government assistance for a time, maybe you fell on hard times, maybe you got laid off through no fault of your own.
So yeah, people are saying the same thing. Either they're mad that they have to work a certain number of hours to get food stamps, or they're happy that taxpaying dollars is no longer going to people that are just being lazy. And the lazy people are messing it up for everyone else that legit can't go back to work. Guys, let me know down in the comments section. Hold on, should we check out one more? Let me see. But yeah, let's check out one more before we go, right?
Listen up, y'all. This food stamp situation where food stamps being taken away, when you gave the government permission to feed you, you gave the government permission to starve you. When you start getting those food stamps, it was an opportunity for you to get off your back and go make something of your life, so you didn't have to continue to depend on the government and these food stamps. Your back, making babies, being comfortable and complacent.
So they're cutting off food stamps in certain counties in Georgia. I'm happy. They should have been did that, people. I don't understand people's fascination with remaining on welfare and receiving some type of benefits for the rest of their lives. I do not understand that. And people, before y'all jump talking about someone who chooses welfare, who wants to be on welfare, no, a lot of y'all MFers choose welfare. And how do y'all choose it? Y'all choose these Section 8 living situations where you're going to remain in Section 8 and just pay that minimum amount of rent. And a lot of times that rent is based off your income. So you would not try to better your life to move on because you want to stay at this low rent. And people, a lot of times, it's people of color. I'm not going to say just black people, just Hispanics, but people, I know black people my age that's been in Section 8 all their lives. Their kids are in college. And that person is still on Section 8 getting welfare. I blame the Democrats, people. I blame the Democrats because they made it beneficial for the black men to remain out the home. We all know that the black woman couldn't have the black man in the home with the kids. You know what I'm saying? So they made that beneficial for them. And then if you get caught with a man in the house, whatever, he's not on your lease, yada, yada, or you get married, yada, yada, and they find out, that changes your living situation.
But that's it, guys. People are pissed that able-bodied workers were able to benefit so long from food stamps and Social Security and government benefits. But now it's looking like they're tightening it up a little bit. I know it's been a while. For a while, it's different in every state. It's different. It's probably different in every city. The requirements to get food stamps and things like that. But people are kind of 50-50. Some people are pissed. They don't know where the next meal is going to come from. They don't know how they're going to feed their kids. And some people are happy because they know people that have been rigging the system, screwing the system, playing the system for years, and didn't even care about going to go find a job in order to survive and live. They would rather live off of government assistance, play the system that way, live in Section 8, give food stamps, than to actually get up and go get a job. They've been playing the system for years. So let me know, which one do you think? Down in the comment section, which way do you think? Do you think people need to be able to go work? Should they keep food stamps? Or should food stamps go away? And should people keep food stamps, or should food stamps go away? But other than that, guys, if you made it to the end of this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. That helps out the algorithm more than you guys can possibly even imagine. And subscribe to the channel. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. But other than that, guys, I'm Zeke, bringing you Dream Green Conversations, and I'm out. Peace.